Thank you, sir. Warrant Officer Mabasa. Now, you say when the request for Mr. Mnube's dental analysis was made, you were here at court, ne?
I was present in
Yes.
Madokotizeke ngesikhathi lesi besenza isicelo sokuthi uMnumzana uMncube ahamba ahlangana nodokotela ke wamazinyo ke kade ukhona le nkantolo athi yebo ngisho njalo uthathe khona le nkantolo.
Yes. Indeed, he was taken, and the report came back.
Athi yebo nangempela wathathwa wamikiswa ke lapho ke futhi ucwaningo lwami report ke ikhona.
Yeah. The gist of the report is as follows.
Athi inkulumo ebhaliwe kule report lena ke ilandelayo.
Now, much against your layman's observation, I hope you won't take offense when I say your layman's observation, not so, that he had a golden teeth on his left upper jaw, which teeth appears to be teeth number 2 from where the mouth begins. This is what the experts who are knowledgeable in dental formula and determination on whether or not a person had ever had a golden tooth are saying.
Athi ke lapho ke malana ninkulumo eqhamuka kudokotela ke wamazinyo usichwepheshe ke wamazinyo ke ukuthi uNomzana Ncube ngabe sebe wanalo ngempela izinyo legolide noma akaza kabe nalo ke lapho ke athi yebo ke inkulumo kadokotela ukuthi yena sele waba nalo ke izinyo legolide ke futhi athi kade dala ke ngaphezulu kusika kwizinyo lesibili ke kumazinyo kala ngaphezulu ke uma ngakusiya naxa khona ke umlomo wakhe ke.
This is what the expert's conclusion is.
Athi futhi ke lena ke indlela ke uqhwepheshe yaqedele ngayo ke.
He says in conclusion, the right upper canine is questionable for abrasion or marginal preparation. The right upper canine is questionable for abrasion or marginal preparation. That means they could see something on the right upper canine. It means there's marginal preparation. It means maybe something happened to it. We don't know what. However, no gold inlay is currently visible in the mouth. In other words, they are saying they cannot see that, or he cannot see that there was ever a golden insert in Mr. Mnube's mouth.
Currently and ever two different concepts.
Yes. Thank you. I am saying the doctor says cannot see evidence of the fact that there's a golden inlay in Mr. Mnube's mouth.
Athi ke ntshela ukuthi inkulumo kadokotela ke kade senza ke lapho ukuhlola noma inhlolo zokuhlola phakathi kwamazinyo kaMnumzana Ncube ke ukuthi ke esikhathini samanje ke lapho ke akudingakali njengokuthi umuntu usele waba nalo izinyo legolide uthi la kena kumazinyo akho ala ngasesa kumazinyo khona la ngaphezulu kena ke kumazinyo akhe kuma ngabe phelile wonkana le lesibili ulaqa khona komlomo uma usiyala ngalana ke ecaleni ngalana left ke esandleni sokudla ke ilelo indawo kade ukukhuluma ngayo kade khona izinyo legolide noma kade ngekho ke futhi.
Do you have any comment?
My comment will be, on my observation, I saw God.
But in Abona, you don't come out at in a scat list at the Kabuki Chombe Lizig, Yenake, Wabon, Kutiaboke, Katilikona is in
Which was a layman's observation, not so.
My observation, I don't know what you call it, but on my observation.
Atilokenaka, Bona, Matupa.
Thank you. But that is what the doctor says. Experts.
I'm not against what the doctor is saying,
Thank
but
you.
we cannot compare the two.
Yes.
Wathi athingeka akukhulu khona mayana inkulumo kadokotela ukuthi udokotela yini ayishilo ke phanye baqhathanise phakathi kwalelo lezi zibili inkulumo yakhe nalokho akubona ke futhi nalokho akusenzwa kudokotela.
Thank you. Now, just before we conclude, on your observation of what could you then see that accused number 3 on the photo of the golden teeth? On your observation of what could you see or tell that accused number 3 in 2014 had a golden teeth?
On my observation on the teeth.
bathi le kwayibona ke ngonyaka uthi ngomnyaka 2014 usola wesithathu ke enezinto legolide ke lapho ke athi na kulezi ke ayibonile ke ithombe
Which teeth?
athi futhi izinyo liphike
I just pointed at the teeth. I don't know the names of the teeth, honestly.
bakuthi ngabe liphike izinyo kade afake kulona ke golide ke athi usitshengisile ke lana ke kepha kazi mhlawumbe izinyo lokho balibiza ngaliphika
Or when you say observation, I thought when you say observation, I mean analysis.
No, I mean, what I see.
Okay.
Yes.
bathi uma ngabe khona observation bathi umneli kuma mhlawumbe nalo umsebenzi wakho ukuthi analyze ke umsebenzi ukuqhathanisa phakathi kwalodaba lolu noma ufakazi ukuqhathanisa phakathi kwabo ke athi yena ke ufakazi cha ukhuluma ngento awayibona ngeso lakhe
That is on your layman's eye, not so.
ngabe yinto wayibona ke ngeso lakho noma
Correct.
athi yebo kunjalo into ayibona ngeso lami ngokukhethekile
Thank you. Not only an eye, a layman's
eye,
eye. No, a layman's eye. Yes. I think accused would want to hear that. A layman's
ukuthi
eye.
yinto wayibona ke ngamehlo wakho ungasebenzisile lutho ekuthizini ke uyibone athi yebo yinto ngayibona ke ngamehlo ami ungasebenzisile lutho ekuthizini ngiyibone
Thank you. Thank you, my lord. I think that will be all for me. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Lord. Now, before I get into the meat of my cross-examination, I just want to clarify this with you. That was during your engagement with Advocate Mnisi. And he asked you if you can tell what type or model of a phone took the pictures depicted in Exhibit SD. You remember that interaction?
Yes, I do remember.
bathi akhumbula kumbuzo nesikhathi kade buza lapho kommeli omelela umnumzana oqala futhi nomnumzana osikhathi kade kubuza ngabe mhlaba sebenzise uphike umakhala kuphela ucingo luphike ngesikhathi kade bethuka ke ithombe lezi kulati isikhangiso lesi bathi ngabe yakhumbula leyo nkulumo athi yebo ngisayikhumbula
And if I recall your answer correctly, you said that you cannot tell without seeing the metadata of that particular device, correct?
Yes, if it's not, there's no provision of that information, I'm unable to tell.
bathi uthi ngeke ukhona ukukhuluma ngokukhethekile mhlawumbe uphela lo mbuzo ngabe kungekho metadata ethengakalanga lana athi yebo kunjalo
Now, if you can be assisted with Exhibit SD, if you don't have it before you, so that we can clear this issue up.
uma bengakusiza ke ngemibukiso ka EZPD ethizeni ke sithi uchazula lo daba lo lesitidala la ngaphambi kokusenkantolo ke
Do you have it in front of you?
No, I don't.
If the state can assist you kindly.
I got it.
Now, you'll assist me here. If you go to page 4 thereof, they are numbered up to 5 pages. If you can go to page 4 thereof.
I'm on page 4.
And then on the top photo, which has got a side-by-side mate, a smaller corner, a side-by-side mate of this picture and another picture. Do you see that?
I can see it.
bathi le mibukiso ke namakhasi ke amahlanu ke lapho ke qithi ufaza ikhasi lesine ke lapho ke wathi mabuka lapha phezulu khona ke ithombe ezimbili ezijangakala khona ke athi ngabe yayibona yini athi yebo ngiyibona
Now, if I take you to just under the file format, which is JPEG, there's a metadata and it says full. It says equipment make, that's a Samsung, and then equipment model, it's a Samsung GTC3222. You see that?
I can see that.
bathi ke lapho ke bakhona la khona khona ke ukuthi ke meta no full format bathi GPEG bese ke naso khona bathi metadata bese kuma bracket full ugcweleke lapho ke bathi equipment make of Samsung lapho ke bese bathi lapho ke equip model of Samsung GT C322 yakubona yini athi yebo ngiyabona
Would that then be, in your opinion, the device that captured this photo?
bathi ngokubona kwakho ke ngabe mhlambe ke le device yona ke ithole isithombe lesi noma akusiyona
That's correct.
athi yebo kuyiqiniso
And if we go to page 5 of the same exhibit,
bathi uma seka ikhasi lesihlanu ke lale mbukiso
the last photo,
isithombe sokugcina
also under, it says compression 6, under that, it says equipment make, a Samsung, the equipment model, it's a GT-C3222. You see that?
Bathi kwalapha babhale khona ke ngenzansi ukuthi lapho file format ozothi GPEG bese ngenzansi othi metadata bese othi brackets full bese othi lapho ke khona ke ngenzansi compression babhale compression 6 ngenzansi khona ke othi equipment maker othi Samsung lo indlela noma igama le cellphone noma umakhalekhukhwini bathi Samsung equipment model iSamsung iphike lapho ke bathi it's GT-C3.2 yakubona yini lokho?
Yes, I can see.
Bathi yebo ngiyibona.
Now, in summing this point, we see that these photos that are in Exhibit Y, not all of them, but the ones that I've referred you to, they were captured using a Samsung phone that is different from the phone of Mr. Ncube, which is a Samsung GT-E 2220. You see that?
Yes, I can see it.
Bathi yakubona yini ukuthi ke indlela noma ke umakhalekhukhwini othathe ethubuleke izithombe lezi ke wahlukile kumakhalekhukhwini lokuthi uNcube athola izithombe zakhe ke ngawo ke ngoba lo kade ku GTE 2220 ngabe yakubona yilokho athi yebo ngiyabona.
Okay, now let me come to the essence of my cross-examination, and it don't involve the merits as it pertains to Mr. Ncube because I don't represent him. I'm only asking you questions for clarification purposes, right?
I understood.
Athibuza imibuzo kepha ngeke abuza imibuzo ehambisana nodaba kaMncube ngoba yena akathumela kamele kaMncube kepha ke ufuna kunala adinga khona incazelo ngokugcwele noma ngokukhethekile eqhamkeni kufakazi lokho kadubulethile.
Now, on Friday when you testified, and I want to touch on this issue for clarification purposes, you testified that the device or a cell phone that took Exhibit SD, in fact, let me put it this way. You said this is a selfie because it was taken by a device with a front-facing camera. You remember that?
Bathi akhumbula ukuthi izithombe lesithombe saka selfie ke phakathi kwembukiso ka Exhibit SD ngoba ke isithombe abasithwebula ke besebenzisa ke camera la ngaphambili ucingo.
I might have said that.
Now, I want us to be certain. We are not talking about mice, maze. I can refer you to that. On Friday, you said this is a selfie because it was taken by a front-facing camera.
All right, correct.
Bathi wena ke uthi uNcube ke isithombe lesi ke isithombe noma isithombe saka selfie ke ngoba basithatha ke ngecamera yala ngaphambili ku cellphone. Ngabe akhumbula nathi yebo kuqiniso.
Now, if I may ask Mr. Makaza, please to assist us with Exhibit S in brackets C. No. If you look at your folders, there'll be an Exhibit S in brackets C or a C on its own. I just want the picture before. No, it's not that one. Yes, stop right there. Now, the phone that the download was done from, and the pictures that you analyzed, is that the phone that is depicted on the Exhibit SC?
It could be the one. I remember I'm not the one who downloaded. I didn't see it myself.
But for background purposes, we got this as part of disclosure, and this particular Exhibit SC contains mainly the phone book of the phone that was downloaded with all the contacts that are in that phone. You understand me?
Yeah, I do understand.
Now, you as an analyst that has dealt with this type of evidence, looking at this particular photo, would you say that this particular cell phone, the Samsung GT-E2220, has a front-facing camera? Would you say that looking at that cell phone?
No, there's no front camera.
Bathi-ke uma ngabe ubukeke isikhangiso socingo noma isikhangiso sakamakhalekhukhwini okhona lesikhangiso lesi-ke uma ngabe usibuka ungasho futhi ukuthi le cellphone lekhona lana ngabe inayo yini-ke i-front camera-ke usho i-camera ekhona la ekhona-ke lapho kule cellphone langaphambili bathi ufakazi cha ayikho.
Now, the other point is this. If we look at the metadata, say for example in Exhibit SD, is there a way that the metadata will tell you the type of camera on the cell phone that was used to capture a particular picture?
Athi-ke umele uma ngabe sesibuka lapho kumbukiso ka SD ingabe mhlawumbe ithombe lizakutshela uma ngabe usuka ngaphansi kwe-metadata ukuthi ngabe mhlawumbe basebenzisa yiphi-ke i-camera uma ngabe bethubula ithombe lesi?
No, it can't. It just tells us about the format of the camera. JPEG.
Athi cha angeke isitshele ukuthi basebenzisa yiphi i-camera kepha sisitshala njengemanje ne-format lapho-ke athi format khona-ke u-JPEG.
Okay. That's your understanding.
Athi ngabe indlela ozusisa ngayo athi ufakazi yebo.
Now, sitting here today and knowing whether the camera that captured that photo, whether it was a rear-facing camera or a front-facing camera, in terms of location of the golden tooth on the upper left quadrant of the jaw, will that position change, whether it was taken by a front-facing camera or a rear-facing camera?
Bathi ke lapho ke uma sesibukake lesithombe leso mhlambe lo camera khona ke uma ngabe mhlambe camera ela ngaphambili noma icamera ngemuva kokuza kucingo lo muntu ke lapho ke ngabe mhlambe ngatshela ukuthi isithombe lesi mhlambe basithubula ngase besebenzisa iphi camera mhlambe la khona ubona khona izinto legolide mhlambe bathatha isithombe lesi besebenzisa camera ngaphambili noma icamera ngemuva.
It won't change the position of whatever it will, however the background of the picture might twist.
Athi cha ngeke sishintshe ke isimo ke somuntu ke lapho ke kepha ke okhona ke ngemuva ikona ongamani ukuthi kushintsheke.
So my understanding, so sorry, you say something? Okay. My understanding, and my understanding from your answer, if the gold tooth is on the left upper jaw, it will remain on the left upper jaw no matter what, whether it was taken with a front-facing camera or a rear-facing camera, correct?
Athi ngabe ukuzwa ukuthi uma ngabe kuzwa kahle ke uma athi nake usho ukuthi ke izinyo lomuntu elikhona ke yena ke la kumazwi khala ase left ke esanye sokunxeleke asivame ukuthi isimo sakhona sishintshe ngabe mhlambe sebenzisa noma usebenzisa ke camera ucingo la ngaphambili noma usebenzisa camera la ngemuva ucingweni asishintshe isimo sakhe.
The picture itself doesn't change.
Okay.
Athi sithome nje sonkana asishintshi ke.
Now, there's an experiment that was done on Friday, but I've been told that both of the demonstration photos that were captured by both yourself and the officer using your cell phone and transferred to Advocate Sibanda, both on your devices and Mr. Sibanda, have been deleted. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was still there.
Wathi khona ke ithombe ebasithathile lapha phakathi kwakho ke futhi umuntu umuntu osathatha la kuwena kathuna kumzana usibala athi uzwe ukuthi ebayicishile ithombe lezo ke athi ngabe kuyiqiniso yini athi ufakazi yebo bayicishile ke lo ithombe lezo.
Now, the thing that caused that hoo-ha in court has got to do with something that is called the mirror effect of a photograph. Do you know that?
No, I don't know.
You don't know the mirror or the flipping effect of a photograph when it's taken with a front-facing lens camera. You know that?
Yes, I know that.
Explain that to us so that it's clear to all of us. Because the point that I'm making for this purpose of cross-examination is this. If the allegation is that Mr. Mncube had a golden tooth on the upper jaw upper left jaw of the quadrant of the mouth, no matter what, whether the demonstration on Friday caused confusion or not, he will forever have that gold tooth on the upper left jaw of the mouth. You understand me?
Yeah, I do understand.
Bathi khona ke sikhanyiso senzile ke mhlawumbe umbukiso siwenzile ke la ngolwesihlanu sibonele senzile ana ke ukuthi ke umnumzana uNcube ke isimo sakhe noma kade nezinto legolide ke na ke kumazinyo kwala esanye sokunxelela ngaphezulu kumazinyo wakhe ke isimo sakhe ngeke sishintsheke uma ngabe uthatha ke isithombe ngeselfie noma uthatha isithombe ngecamera engemuva ecingweni ke lapho ke bathi yakhumbula lonkulumo yini athi yebo ngisayikhumbula bathi manje cela ukuthi asitshengise ukuthi ngabe lokho kwenzeka kanjani.
With that in mind, then explain so that we are clear, unequivocal about the mirror imaging or the flipping when you use a front-facing camera for a particular photo.
Acela usitshele kabanzi ke ngalokho ukuthi mhlawumbe kwenzeka kanjani uma mhlawumbe umuntu esebenzisa ke uselfie ke uma kuthula isithombe sakhe ke noma ejika kucingo lakhe esebenzisa camera ngemuva ukuthi lokho kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi isimo somuntu singashintsha sihlale sihlezi ngendlela kuyiso.
When you use a front camera, you take a picture. When you view it, it won't come the same way you took the picture. It will be it will flip your left, right, left.
Let's make it easy. So sorry, Mr. Interpret. Let's make it easy. You can use your example of the first photo that you took with Mr. Jonas. Substitute Mr. Mazaga for Mr. Jonas and use the same picture that you took, because we were asked on Friday to take the same your phone to look at you and describe your positions. Remember, use that example.
I don't have that phone anymore. If you can borrow my phone, then I can take a picture as of now with him, and then we can use that.
Now, the evidence here in court is that in the memory cards of the Samsung phone attributed to Mr. Mncube, there were over 700 photographs. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Bathi plus kulomakhalekhukhwini kaMnumzana uNcube kade kuSamsung lapho kade khona izithombe ezingaphezulu kuka-700 ngokuyibalo. Ngabe iqiniso yini lokho? Athi yebo kuyiqiniso lokho.
Except the photo in exhibit S in brackets D, how many other specific photos showed Mr. Mncube with a golden tooth?
Bathi ngaphandle nje kwesithombe kade sikhona ngaphakathi kwembukiso ka-exhibit SD, ngabe yisiphi-ke esinye isithombe futhi ade sitshengisa uMnumzana uNcube kenezinye legolide kuyena-ke?
I came across this one in front of us before court.
Athi wahlangana nalesi sithombe nje esisodwana kuphela-ke lesi esikhona la ngaphambi kwenkosi enkantolo.
Then I couldn't continue as I get what I wanted.
Athi akaze aqhubeke-ke nanoma bekasokutholile lokhu bekafise bafisa ukuthola vele.
Now, you're tripping me. You've got 700 photos. You are asked by Sergeant Mohola, find for us photographs of Mr. Mncube with his mouth open depicting a gold. You come across this one photo and you stop doing the analysis for looking at further photos with a gold tooth. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and the request was not find the photographs, it was find a photo.
Athi ummeli-ke uyamdida-ke ngoba kusanjani ukuthi ngaphakathi kwey'thombe ezingapha uma sesibalayo ngokuyibalo-ke ezindlulile ku-700 lapho-ke ngesikhathi ucela uSergeant Mohola ukuthi zithola-ke isithombe sikaMnumzana uNcube la avule khona-ke umlomo wakhe-ke la atshangala khona enezinyo legolide-ke lapho-ke bese ngokhetha isithombe esisodwana nje vo kuphela athi kuze kanjani ukuthi uthole isithombe sakhe esisodwa kepha ungatholi iy'thombe ey'ningi-ke lapho-ke athi cha yena-ke ufakazi bamcela ukuthi akathole-ke isithombe esisodwa-ke sikaMnumzana uNcube la aveze khona-ke la avule khona umlomo wakhe-ke bese atshangala.
Now, as you are doing your analysis, before you get to the photo that is now Exhibit SD, did you find any photos before that with Mr. Mncube smiling, mouth open? Did you find any photos that contradicted your conclusions that he had a gold tooth?
Bathi-ke umuzwa ngaphandle nje kwesithombe lesi esikhona ngaphakathi kwembukiso ka-exhibit SD, ngabe usikhona yini esithombe wasithola la kade nqume khona-ke uMnumzana ukagigiteka khona-ke uMnumzana-ke ngesikhathi athi agigiteka khona atshangakala khona ukuthi unezinyo legolide awukazi uzithola?
Most of the pictures, his mouth was closed. So
athi kwiy'thombe ey'ningi zakhe kade avale umlomo wakhe-ke kepha
some were open but not clearer than this one I've chosen.
athi ezinye kade zikhona avule khona-ke umlomo kepha kade zingatshangakali kahle-ke ngendlela eqondile noma indlela esitshangakala ngaso-ke lesi asikhethile.
But you see, that's my problem, which is you cannot come here with one photo and say conclusively he had a golden tooth, which, by the way, was not visible. I had to enhance it with Microsoft Word, and then you stopped. You didn't do a comprehensive analysis of all the photos to come to a representative conclusion that indeed Mr. Mncube has a gold tooth.
Athi wena-ke lapho wenzile awenzile umsebenzi wakho ngendlela ejulile futhi engekhethekile la kade khona-ke ukhipha-ke izithombe noma mhlawumbe isithombe sikaMnumzana uNcube-ke lesi atshaka khona-ke nezinyo legolide kepha-ke ngaphandle usebenzise nge-Microsoft-ke lapho-ke athi nalesi walekhelwa yiyona-ke ngesikhathi ade kusiza-ke ekuthizeni ubone ukuthi kade nezinyo legolide.
I did go through all the pictures.
Yes.
I picked this one as the one that, according to me, I could see the gold tooth better than the others if they were there. Some that the mouth was not open as like this one, they were a little bit, the teeth was small, I couldn't identify what I was looking for clearly.
Athi yena kwakhetha isithombe lesi asikhethile ngezathu esilandelayo sokuthi-ke kumalana ney'thombe lezi ade abuke kuzona-ke kade zingajengakali kahle-hle ngendlela eqondile-ke lapho-ke athi kwezinye zaley'thombe kade ungavulile wonkani umlomo wakho kepha kade uvule nje kancane-ke umlomo wakho-ke athi futhi bekangakhoni ukubona kahle ukuthi ngabe mhlawumbe izinyo legolide likhona noma likho-ke lapho-ke kepha thina wagcina sikakhetha-ke lesi isithombe.
Honestly, most of the pictures, the mouth was closed.
Athi eqinisweni-ke iy'thombe eziningi-ke kade uvale umlomo wakho-ke kuzona.
Now, before you arrived at that conclusion that this photo that I'm now going to sample out for the purposes of my instruction from Mohola has got a gold tooth, I'm sorry. You had no benefit of any dentist or orthodontist report, correct?
That's correct.
Wathi ngesikhathi uSergeant Mohola bacetha ukubheka-ke isithombe segolide somuntu onezinyo legolide bungakahlangani-ke nencwadi ikhamba ngaphakathi kwedentist esho udokotela wamazinyo noma busohlangene nathi cha bengakahlangani-ke nayo.
Now, having now the benefit of Dr. Ali's report, the conclusion of which Advocate Mnisi read to you, are you willing to reconsider your conclusion that Mr. Mncube had a gold tooth, or do you still stand by your assertion that he had?
I stand what I've seen.
bathi mina ninkulumo kudokotela kwamazinyo kodwa noma mhlawumbe uchwepheshe kwamazinyo kodwa uMnumzane ayigena-ke ngabe mhlawumbe kodwa namazi ukuthi uMnumzane uMncube kade anganalo yini izinyo legolide noma kade analo-ke noma usamile kule nkulumo ubuyikhulumile ukuthi kade analo izinyo legolide-ke athi ufakazi yebo ngisamile kule nkulumo engikhulumile ekuwukuthi kade analo izinyo legolide.
And do you have any reason to doubt the doctor's report?
Ngabe unaso yini isathu songabaza-ke inkulumo kadokotela?
No, I don't have any reason.
Athi cha anginayo-ke anginaso sizathu-ke lapho.
As I'm not a doctor, I have no knowledge of the dental whatever.
Athi yena kanalokho ulwazi mayelana nodokotela bamazinyo-ke noma nanoma yini.
Now, I'm going to return to these photos, but there's something that quite intrigued me on Friday in one of your interactions with Advocate Mnisi. In an answer to a question, you said something to this effect, and correct me if I'm wrong. You said, I am not an expert, but I'm an analyst. You remember that interaction?
Yes.
But yakhumbula yini usho wena ukuthi awuyona-ke i-expert yapha you-analyst athi yebo ngisakhumbula leyo nkulumo.
Now, what did you mean by that? That you are an analyst, but not an expert? In the context of the analysis of photographs, or if you are the downloader of photographs, what did you mean in that context? Because you were taken through the photos that you analyzed.
I mean, my duties is to analyze. So the word expert, I don't use it myself. I call myself an analyst. However, if you wanna call me the expert, it's up to you. But myself, I consider myself an analyst.
Athi yena-ke uyibiza njengokuthi yena-ke analyst-ke lapho-ke akayibizi yena-ke i-expert usho yena-ke lapho-ke uchwephesha-ke lapho usu-expert leyo-ke kepha yathi umuntu oqhathanisa phakathi-ke komsebenzi abantu avame mhlawumbe-ke awenze lapho-ke futhi athi umsebenzi wakhe ukwenza-ke ini ama-analysis njenge-analyst.
Now, you work in a particular field, which is a genre that's called digital forensics, right?
That's correct.
Athi usebenza ngaphansi kwe-digital forensic athi yebo kuyiqiniso.
And in that field, and I want this because I'll tell you the background once you've answered my question. Are you called experts or are you called analysts?
Analysts.
But ngabe nibizwa-ke ukuthi ngama-experts noma nama-analyst athi ufakazi asibiza ukuthi singama-analyst.
You know the reason why, and the background is this. I once challenged Colonel Stein to say, you are an analyst. I wouldn't say a mere analyst. You are an analyst, you are not an expert. And you know what the court said? The court said, he's an expert. Am I going to bring my own expert? So that's why I wanted to know whether in your field you are called analysts or experts.
We are analysts.
Athi-ke sathi ukubuza ukuthi ngabe uyi-analyst noma ngabe uyi-expert ukuthi ngesikhathi athi khona ufakazi lana uColonel Stein athi wambuza imibuzo ukuthi ngabe mhlawumbe lapho yena kade abiza nje ukuthi i-analyst lapho-ke kepha athi inkosi yenkantolo-ke cha yena kade sepha-ke expert esho ukuthi uchwepheshe lapho-ke bese babuza ngabe mhlawumbe ubizo wakho uchwepheshe yini bese athi ummeli cha.
Now I'm concluding now my cross-examination. I said I'm asking only clarification questions. Now let's conclude with these photographs that were just captured minutes ago in court. And you remember why I said you must take this, so that you can explain the mirroring or the flipping of photos when they are taken with a front-facing camera.
Ecethu manje singeneleke kudaba lwey'thombe lezi eqede kuthula khona manje la enkantolo-ke ngoba bathi ummeli kunala athana uthola khona-ke ngokugcwele ukuthi ngabe mhlawumbe isithombe sithe nge-selfie futhi nesithombe sithe ngekhamera ngemuva ucingo.
Now, if it suits you, as long as you've got the microphone with you, you can go there and demonstrate how the flipping happens, how positions change. But the constant features, i.e. in this instance, the golden tooth, if there's a golden tooth, will remain constant, will remain on the left upper jaw, no matter what. Just demonstrate that.
Is it possible for the picture?
Side by side. Briefly, before you go, Sergeant Mabasa, get on record whether these were the selfies that you yourself took or the other pictures that were taken from the front by my colleague seated towards your side, that side.
They're confusing me now.
Uthanda ukufaka lapha kaso ukuthi isithombe lezi ngabe siphi esengoselfike futhi lesithombe sasijule nekhamera lakhe ngemuva like zamkhipha
If I'm correct, this one
It's a selfie.
could be a selfie.
Athuma ngabe qinisile lesithombe singalele eqhatheni sakasikhomba esangise ukudlala athi isithombe sakaselfie.
This one could be the camera.
Okay.
Izathi lezi singabanakhe kungabe ukuthatha ngekhamera lakhe ngemuva ucingo.
But all this view, they look the same. It's not how they appear on the phone.
Le ndawo ezimbili ezimuva zingakala njengendawo eyodwa ke kepha zingakala njengendlela asithenakali ngokwindlela eyodwa ke.
So these two, to me now,
Yes.
it's not as it was on the phone when I view them.
Yes.
So
Okay. Describe how the relative positions, your position and the interpreter's positions, were when you view them from the perspective of the cell phones, the respective
if
cell
I can
phones.
have the phone, so I can give me the
Ade ngafuna ukukhuluma le kahle kahle ngokugcina ngabe angaza sathi makhala ukungena ke esandleni.
this one.
The other one is okay, Mabasa.
The selfie
Athi isithombe saselfie
is this one.
athi lesi
When I view it from my phone,
Yes.
as we were standing this in this position.
Yes.
On my phone, it's vice versa.
So you are now
And if
on
we
the
are
right.
standing like
Okay. All right. Okay.
athi isithombe saselfie kuma sivula lapha ngaphakathi kwalamakhalekhukhwini ophethe kuyena ke esandleni athi sime ngale ndlela esime kanje ngamanje noma ngabe sivula ke kepha uma ngabe ngasivulile kuqala athi thina thina ke emeke ihlangothi kulona ke kepha mina ngeke ihlangothi lakhe kulona ke manje.
so it changes position.
Okay.
Athi lapho sishintsha ke isimo sakhona ke singabe sime kanjani.
And on the one that was taken by my colleague here, is the position still the same? Will the mirror image put you on the right and the interpreter on the left as well?
Now the other one, should be is the opposite of what I said.
Okay.
Athi sibili sesibike indlela ke shintshile kule ndlela ayabakhuluma ngayo.
Okay. But now, all of these experiments, Sergeant Mabasa, the bottom line is this, and that was the basis of my cross-examination and clarification of you. You have placed the gold tooth on exhibit SD on the left upper jaw of Mr. Mnisi, right?
Athi mina nobuzo bukhona ke kuyibusa ka isidiko ukuthi wona ke uthize umnumzana uMncube la unezile egolide ke yena ke kumazinyo khona la ngaphezulwini la ngaphezulu esanje sokunqayile athi yebo kunjalo.
Now, if we, I'm going to ask the state to assist you with photo number 15 of exhibit S because we can't do the side by side. But I want to show you something because we've got exhibit SD in front of you. Right? So yes, exhibit S, yeah, photo 15. Yeah, this one. Oh, okay, yeah, this one. In your interaction with Advocate Mnisi, you accepted, and we accept, that the person depicted on the right picture is Mr. Mnisi, right?
Yes.
Wathi siyovumelana ukuthi lo muntu khona ka otshengala kule sithombe lesi esanje sokudla ke umnumzana uMncube ke athi yebo kunjalo.
And we have also, according to the version that was put to you by Advocate Mnisi, that the person depicted on the left, photo 15, exhibit S, is the late brother of Mr. Mnisi. You remember?
I do remember.
Friday?
Wathi khona umuntu khona esanje sokunqale kule sithombe lesi ke umfowabo ke owashona athi umnumzana uMncube ke athi sakuvumela ukuthi yebo nishilo ngolesihlanu ngikuvuma lokho.
And a gold tooth on the right, it's a constant. On one photo, on photo 100, on photo 1 million, it will remain on the left. Agreed? It's a constant. It's not something that shifts.
Bathi sithombe khona esanje sokudla futhi umuntu izile egolide khona ngala esanje sokunqale ke alishintshile ke yena ke lehlala lapho futhi endaweni eyodwana yini.
That's correct.
Athi yebo.
And for a picture of the same person, by the way, let me qualify it by saying
Yes.
the picture of the same person, right?
That's correct.
Futhi isithombe somuntu oyedwana athi yebo kunjalo.
And now that we I'm not sure. Are you accepting, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, that these are two separate persons?
Yes, I'm accepting.
bathi ngabe vuma yini ukuthi abantu abakhonana nakhe abantu ababizile futhi abahlukene athi yebo ngiyavuma lokho.
Now, in so saying, the deceased brother, the golden inlay or tooth that we see is on the upper right quadrant of the jaw, correct?
bathi ngabe siyavuma yini ukuthi ke umfo wabo ke wasile washona ke izinyo legolide lakhe nakile nasanje sokudlala lapha amazwi alanga ngaphezulu uyavuma yini lokho?
Yes.
athi yebo.
Now, in conclusion, we cannot therefore say the picture on the right is a mirror image of the picture on the left, because these are two separate people. The location of what you saw as a gold tooth on the person on the right is on the left upper jaw, and then on the person on the left is on the upper quadrant of the right jaw, right?
That's correct.
bathi singatsho ukuthi mhlawumbe le thombe lezi azona ke thombe zomuntu oyedwa nakuthi thombe lezi sikhona lezi testing into lokho khona lakhe nake esandise sokudla yakhe khona esandise sokumele ngabe kunjalo yini athi yebo kunjalo ithombe ushikile lapho lapho ke sumasuka ithombe lezi ngokugcwele futhi ngokujulileko yathule kundawo ezimbili ezingafani futhi umuntu khona ngana izinyo ke nakhe la esandile sokudla ke kepha lo ngale izinyo legotela lakhe nake la esandile sokumele athi yakuvuma lokho athi yebo kuyiqiniso.
Thank you, Sergeant Mabasa. Those were my clarification questions to you. Thank you, my Lord. I'm interested.
Examination. Advocate Mshololo also indicated that she had no cross-examination, so the state can take whatever direction they want to take. Thank you.